President Donald Trump is giving a 90-day extension to negotiate a new deal with Mexico. After speaking with their president, Trump said complexities of a deal with Mexico are somewhat different than other nations because of our shared border, despite previously saying that no extensions would be given. All of this comes as so-called reciprocal tariffs take effect tomorrow. Mexico would have been charged a 30% rate. Trump also announced a new deal with South Korea, where imports will now face a 15% duty on exchange for giving the U.S. $350 billion to invest. Now, this comes as Trump and India with an unspecified penalty for purchasing military equipment and energy from Russia, and increased Brazil's rate to 90% for what Trump sees as unfair treatment of their former president. NBC News senior policy reporter Shannon Pettypiece joins us now. Shannon, there's so much going on here. I think it's a really interesting sort of state of play for geopolitics. It was interesting looking at the difference in reaction from like Mexico's President Sheinbaum to in Brazil, where their current president was like, hey, look, man, you're not going to treat us like we're some little country coming up against the big guy. We're not going to deal with these retaliatory tariffs. What does this mean for the state of play right now for the Trump White House? Right. Like if you're a business as well, too, and you're trying to import goods here or trying to figure out what to charge your customers or how to price your goods. There's, I think, just an enormous amount of chaos and confusion going on right now. What we know so far about these deals, and I think deals is a very loosely way to word these. Usually a trade deal, you have an actual piece of paper that's been signed and agreed to by both countries. Much of the information we have right now is coming from either social media posts by the president or at best a fact sheet from the White House. And in some cases, the information that the president and the White House is putting out is different than what the other country is putting out. And we're not even sure how firm any of these are. Like you see India up there at 25%. But even with India, the president mentioned the other day that maybe there's still some negotiation or still some talk going on. You saw that at the top of the graphic. It's like right in the last 24 hours. And that's just the past day. Right. And these tariffs are supposed to be implemented on August 1st. But we also don't even know if that means those will be collected when goods arrive August 1st, or that's a product that got on the water August 1st. So much confusion right now for consumers, businesses, and of course the leaders of those countries and reporters. I mean, they're all trying to make sense of it. When you look at sort of what's happening here, there is a group of small business owners who got to court and they've challenged the legality of Trump's tariffs. How is that going for them? So yeah, to add to the confusion and uncertainty, there's also these court rulings out there. These companies are making the case that the president doesn't have the authority to unilaterally implement tariffs. The Constitution says that lies with Congress. The president has tried to make an exception using this emergency sort of War Times Power Act, saying that there is an emergency when it comes to trade and the country's trade deficit, and that's what gives him this authority. But the judges really pushed back on that argument today for the lawyers for the government. So we'll see. It's going to take some time for the judges to come to their ruling, but then ultimately it'll probably also go to the Supreme Court. So the confusion and uncertainty will remain. We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.